What's up guys, Tim Wilson here from 58 Degree and Tim Wilson UK, and welcome back to the Golf Club 2019. We're playing on the TGC Tours. This is my 8th event of season number 5. We are playing the Barstools Sports Open at the Dunes at Lake Marie. This is round number 3. If you want to check out the first 2 rounds, be sure to have a look at the videos on my channel, both on 58 Degree and Tim Wilson UK. Both of those rounds are actually published on those 2 channels, so be sure to check those out. And similarly, if you haven't yet subscribed to either of those channels, feel free to do so. The 58 Degree channel is everything relating to golf. Tim Wilson UK, you will find some other stuff on that YouTube channel. But let's get round number 3 underway. Should load up fairly quickly because we are coming straight back into the same course where we left off. Round number 2 was pretty brutal, if I must say so myself. The winds were really high. Couple of unusual events in round number 2. But be sure to check out that video just to have a look at those. Alright, let's get this round going. It is round number 3. Let's see if we can... I was going to say keep the momentum, but you'll check out round number 2 and see whether I am going to be keeping the momentum. Let's see if we can get off to a good start. Let's say that. A little bit wayward on the drive there. For those of you that don't know, I am using a well, since I've been playing on TGC Tours, to avoid myself getting disqualified, I have had to adapt my swing from the flick method, which I used to use, but it got me disqualified in Q school, so I've had to go to this full up and down method, and it is a little bit inconsistent, but I am enjoying the challenge. I suppose that's the thing to say. I'm definitely enjoying the challenge of it all, which is I suppose that's the main thing. You know, you have to make sure that you're testing yourself, and I am playing on the pro clubs because I feel that the Masters does leave me with too little room for error. That's better, nice and straight. Drop this down to the 184, had a 6-mile-an-hour wind behind. I'm hoping it's got the legs to get up over that rise. It didn't quite have it. I was hoping it would get up over the top and then run down to the flag, but it wasn't to be. 39 feet, we left ourselves a testing putt here. It's going up over the hill and then downhill, so we don't want to race this past the hole. We do want to make sure we give it enough beans to get there. I think it's probably going to move a little bit to the right at the end. I should start coming back round. I don't think it's going to come back round that much, but I'll take that. That's going to leave me about 5 or 6 feet coming back. 5 feet. Should be able to tap this in for the par. And that's a solid par to start round number 3. Let's get on to hole number 2. Oh, let's go jump past that. Doesn't give anything away. You did see that. I do apologise. Don't want to give away my cumulative score so far. Got a par 5 here. We went down the right last time. I think I'm going to go down the left this time, just because of that pin position. Just want to open that green up a little bit. Another decent strike. Yep, that's in good position. 287. So I don't think we're going to be getting there, but we can certainly put this into this gap here. A little bit of a squiggle there on the swing line, but it hasn't had too much of a detrimental effect, and it's not going to reach the bunker. So even though we are playing over this bunker, we've opened it up to give us a lot of green to work with here. Now I'm going to fully loft this just to try and get this to stop. Bit to the right. I need this to bite. That's okay. That is almost pin high, just past the flag. Pushed it a little, and let's see if we can pick up the birdie. only just grabbed that right edge. I missed a couple of those on round number 1, 7-footer and a 10-footer if I'm not mistaken. Right, hole number 3, 309 yards. If the wind was behind, we would have had a good look at this one, but it's not. Let's see if we can just run this up towards the green. Pushing that to the right may not be the worst thing in the world. I need to kick off that bank, not in that direction. That's okay, that's okay. Pushed it a little to the right. We're in the heavy rough. We need to make sure we get it up and over that bank there. That's the main thing. I think I'm going to play it there. I think I'd rather be long than short here, and it is 75 to 82%. So I'm giving that the full treatment. A little bit fast. It's going to roll on a bit. That's going to be about 10 feet for birdie. Moving from the right. So this is one like I missed on round number 1. Didn't miss it that time. Excuse me if you hear this, but I'm going to have some of my coffee. Alright, 3 holes, 2 under par. First of the par 3s, 126, playing about 124. Slightly into the wind, so I'm just going to add a little touch to this. Nice and straight. The wind should bring that back round a little, and it took more out of it than I thought. That's only just going to trickle onto the front of the green. Right, so not as close as I would have liked that to have been. That was not a difficult shot, but I made more out of that than what needed to be. Swing, swing. Okay, I allowed a little too much there. Missed on the high side, which is always the better side. Tap it in for the par. So 2 pars, 2 birdies. Good opening start to the round. First 4 holes in the bag. Hole number 5, par 4, playing 428 today. That would be the ideal place to go for, but that is such a tricky shot. But I think we've got enough green to play with even if we go down this side. Pushed it a little, but I think we've got a slight wind coming off the right hand side, so that should keep it in the fairway. Yep, nicely. And that should be a nice flat lie on the top there of that little mound. Let's have a look. That's okay. 17, so that's playing 156 into a 5 mile an hour wind. Alright, here we go. That's not too bad. Good strike. Looking good. Looking good. I'll take that. Okay. That's 3 birdies in 5. Excuse me, I've got a slight frog in my throat today. Three and 5, on to the next par 4. Playing 339, 16 feet down. I want to play it over here, I think. You know what, I'm going to leave it, because it is downhill, I'm going to leave it with that 3 wood, because I think previously I've run out of fairway with the driver, so let's leave it with the 3 wood. It should leave me with around 100 yards. Mind you, that went a lot further than I thought. That's going to be about 70 yards, I think. 80 yards. Playing 85. I may play a normal shot here. Add some loft onto this. Allow for the wind. and hope for a nice swing. Little long, came back a bit and a bit right, but that's okay. 13 feet. It's going to dive at the end, I think. It's going to dive to the right. Should start diving now. There we go. Right, so we've got off to a good start. 6 holes, 4 under par. Another par 5, another good opportunity to pick up a birdie. 600 yards, so it's going to be 3 shots before we even get to the green. It's all about putting this second one in the fairway. We've got the slight tailwind on this second shot. Alright, 2 distance strikes there. Smack bang in the middle of the fairway. And we should have a pitch shot here. Right, excuse me. Alright, so we've got a tailwind. 56, that's playing 61 yards. I'm going to take some off of this because with that tailwind, it could push this on a little bit. Okay, probably shouldn't have taken that much off of it, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. It's still within 15 feet, so pretty pleased with that shot. See if we can trickle this down there. Yep. That's 5 under through 7. Long par 4. Well, it's long par 4 if you're playing longest pin position and longest tee at 471, but we've got 420, so it makes it a significantly shorter hole. That was terrible. I felt that on the thumbstick when I swung that, but luckily enough that fairway is very, very wide. Alright, so still a long way to go. I'm going to use the 3-wood. Good thing is we've got a 8-mile-an-hour headwind. But I still anticipate this 3-wood going a good 250 yards. That's not too bad. We're on the green in 2. We're on the green in regulation, which is the main thing. Let's have a look at this. There's very little movement here. Very different to the pin positions on round 1 and 2. Some of those were horrific. Oh, it just grabbed it. Just grabbed it at the last minute. I thought I actually over allowed there. Alright, so we are going along extremely well at the moment. Currently 6 under par through 8. Now, for those of you that haven't seen it, I will give it away. Check out round number 2 and have a look at hole number 9. Alright, so that is playing 130 yards. We've got a 10-mile-an-hour wind. Loft that a little. Now, there is a slight bank behind the hole, and what we don't want to do is go beyond that bank. Because what that will do is give me a very, very fast downhill putt, but that looks okay. It's the right side of the bank. I think it's going to be slightly uphill here, 2 inches. Get in. Alright, let's move on. Right, hole number 10, par 4. 439 yards. Wind's picked up a little bit. Right, that wayward drive shouldn't be too detrimental because of that 11-mile-an-hour wind coming off the right hand side. 154 yards to the flag. Ooh, 11 feet uphill. It's playing about 160. Let's loft that. Better strike. Wind's bringing it back in. Is it too long? Might be a little. No, that's okay. I'll take that. It's going to be about 15 feet, I think. Tricky little putt. That's going to be under the hole. Not a good putt. Was going along nicely. A birdie, a few on the bounce there. Yet to drop a shot in round number 3, so pleased with that. It's always good to get into the round and not having dropped a shot. That's always the main aim for me. Try and get through a bogey-free round. Not very straight, these drives, but they're staying within that blue bar, which is making them go relatively straight. It's these shots here that need to try and be as accurate as you can. There is a little bit of a backstop there behind the flag, so hopefully if it runs up it doesn't roll on too far past the flag. So we've got 194 less 9, so 185. I think we should be good there. We've got a slight uphill lie, which is going to take a little bit off of this shot. Push that a little. I'm hoping the wind's going to do me a favour here. Looking good. Should slow up. It's just to the left of that little bank, so it didn't slow up as much as I wanted it to. Tricky little putt here. We're in though, we're in for birdie. Okay, tracking nicely in this round. No drop shots, as I said. If you want to see what happened in the second round, be sure to check that out. I'm not going to give anything away. Let's see if we can keep this in the short stuff. Drop that down to the 3-wood. Driver would have been too fierce there. 3-wood's going to be just about bang on. I need to keep it in the fairway. That is just going to hold. Right, 140 to the flag. We're playing about 139. I'm going to drop that down because you've got a 10-mile-an-hour wind behind. Let's have a look at the green just to make sure we get this in the right position. Straighten that up a little. Oh, that's fast. That's going to be left. It's coming back down to the flag though. Wow, that was fortunate that that slope was there, otherwise that could have been a very, very long putt. And that's another birdie. I think that's a fortunate one. I'll take it, but I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Right, hole number 13, par 5. Pushed it, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we are going to be okay, and that's going to be a lengthy drive, 300 yards. Not going to be getting there in 2, but we want to be running this a long way down the fairway. and that should leave a pitch shot. Absolutely spot on with the yardage. Okay, and that should be a relatively straightforward birdie to take us to double figures. So really pushing on in round number 3, moving day as they call it. I want to make sure we definitely consolidate. Now we want to be short of the green. I think we are with that 8-mile-an-hour wind. But this is the green that's got the really wicked slopes on it, so just got to make sure we get this onto the right plateau. If you have a look at it from this angle, if I zoom out, you can see we've got 3 distinct levels, one at the back there, one in the middle here where the flag is, and then you've got your lower slope here, so we need to make sure we get this in the right place. Yeah, couldn't have played that an awful lot better from a direction perspective, but that swing line was horrendous. Right, that's 11 under par. It'd be nice to get to 12. I'm not going to push my luck here. Let's have a look. There's a little bit of a slope behind the flag, so we want to take that into consideration. Playing 142. I'm going to drop that down to 132 and try and let the wind do its job here. It's going to be right of the flag. Well, I think the distance is going to be pretty much spot on. Yep, that'll do. Six feet, right edge. Oh! Wow, that moved more than I thought it was going to be. Got a little bit complacent there. I thought that was a gimme. We don't want to drop one here now, though. That's okay. We're in. Hole number 16. Final stretch. Last 3 holes. Oh, it's a tricky shot, this. Are we going to be able to reach that fairway? I think we are. Hit it nice and straight. That's always a good start. Yeah, safely on. 71, 74 yards, 75 playing. So that club is going to be bang on the money. That could be another good shot. That's rolled out a little bit further than I wanted to, but that's going to leave me about 6 or 7 feet. And we're in. We're at 12 under. This is a good round. 2 to play as well. And the final hole's a par 5. This is a tough hole. Stroke index 1. It's playing 227 today. Good thing is that it's sitting in that little bowl. So as long as we can get it up there, which I'm going to try and do with this hybrid. I'm really going to try a low stinger here. If I can get it up there and get it down that slope, it shouldn't roll out of that bowl because of the fact that it get down because of that slope on the other side. You see, it's going to come back a little bit there. Okay, I'm pleased with that result. I know that shot, that low stinger with that that hybrid club goes about 225. All right, we've dropped that 13 under par. If I can get to 14 under par, I'll be smiling today. We have a par 5 to finish. And I have to say, I am very, very pleased with this round. What we don't want to do is take any chances on this 18th hole and put it in the drink, because that will just be an absolute waste. It's just contemplate it. I'm just going to play smart like I have done for the last 2 rounds. There we go. Put it within pitching range. I'm going to leave that at 61. Let's have a look at the flow. It is rolling down here. I'm going to leave that at 61. I'm going to add a bit to it. I'm going to leave it as it stands. I'm hoping it's going to roll out a fair few yards. I've played it nicely. That should be okay. It's close enough. 8 feet. Can we get this? 14 under par will be my best round in a long time. I will take that. 14 under. Pretty pleased with that one. I'm not going to go on to the next screen. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a great round, round number 3. Hopefully this starts to push me up that leaderboard a little bit. I know the guys at the top are way ahead at the moment, but 14 under par will definitely send me in the right direction. If you haven't yet subscribed to either 58 Degree or Tim Wilson UK, please feel free to do so. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to leave any comments in the box below. But join me for round number 4. That will be coming up tomorrow. Until then, guys, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye now.